Hello everybody, welcome back to the NK Maribor save, and we are here with the end of season review of the 2025-26 season. And you can't be annoyed when you've won the double again, but you can be annoyed when you've not progressed in Europe past the same stage that we got to last season. So we'll have a quick overview in here. Zinchenko was the signing of the season, that mainly due to both the transfer fee and the players' wages, representing great value for money. There you go. So not too bad, to be honest. Zinchenko is a 25. If we sort by who made the most, it was actually Pachanek out on loan, which the board have given a C. Zinchenko was the star, signing 25 appearances, 9 as a substitute, 5 goals, 8 assists. Was very nice. Kralik, I can't believe he's got a B, because he scored 7 goals and got 13 assists in 17 appearances and 19 as a sub as well. Oxlade-Chamberlain, 7 assists, 3 goals in 9 and 6. Krupa even getting in there. We mainly bought in youngsters, and Jurasek got a D. The board are disappointed with the signing of Jakub Jurasek, given the player a wage is too high for his place in the squad. Yeah, okay, £3,000 probably is a bit too much, but he's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it. So yes, generally though, I think signings in have been pretty decent. We can't really complain about the signings in. They've been pretty good. Transfers out, obviously Sead Haskavanovic, they were content to deal. They were happy that we've sold Matko, Dolberg. There's nothing I could do about it. Bracalo's gone. We've sold Philippe Bracalo at left back. He just carried on moaning. So we got 4 million for him, for someone that we signed on a free transfer. Yeah, he's been consistently good, but I think with Zinchenko at left back, we're going to be pretty sorted anyway. We had quite a lot of outs actually, didn't we? And Conor Gallagher was released on a free to Lech Poznan. So there you go. He did find a new club after all. Right, season results then. This is where it gets a little bit crazy. 36 games played, 34 games won, 2 draws, no losses. We drew against Selj and Alumji, which is pretty annoying, but a goal difference of plus 106. Yes, 106 goals difference, 104 points scored. Absolutely ridiculous. Only 71% home attendance, but the board have agreed that they're going to expand the stadium because I kicked up a fuss, so they are going to expand it. And obviously A+, they're very happy with how we won it. Going down, Dakani and Aruda Valengi. In the Champions League, we got knocked out, but the board were delighted that we reached the group stage, which was good. But yes, some good results in here. We beat Bayern Munich 4-2. We drew Liverpool 3-3. We beat Basel 6-1 and 4-1, so 10-2 on aggregate. And we only really just lost to Bayern Munich in the first leg 3-2 and Liverpool 3-1. So all in all, a very good group stage, ending on a positive goal difference of 10 points as well. I don't think we would have imagined that when that group was drawn. Daniel got 11 goals in the Champions League. He got 22 goals in the league. So I can tell you that puts him on 33, and the record in the season was 40 by Luka Zahovic. So in the Europa League, he also got 4 goals. We got knocked out in the second round by Braga. Very disappointing. But the board were delighted that we got to reach that round anyway. So that now puts him on 37 goals. So if he scored more than 4 or more goals in the cup competition, he is our new record goal scorer. He scored 6. He's incredible. The board are pleased that we won it. I mean, look at that. We smashed everyone. 2-0, 2-1, 2-1, 1-1, 5-0 away from home in the second leg, and then 2-2 winning in on penalties against Radomir, actually. So it was a close final, but yeah, even if we had lost, I wouldn't have been too fussed. And then the moments to remember: biggest win, 7-0 against Alumji in the league. Otara, Zinchenko, Fernandez, Zahovic got a hat-trick, and Santos got on there as well. In the match to remember, it was a 6-0 win over Ruda Valengi. So yeah, we're just banging the goals. And goal of the season went to Oxlade-Chamberlain. I was hoping we could actually just click on it and see it, but we can't. So unfortunately, let's go and have a look at the goal of the season for Maribor, the 79th minute goal from Oxlade-Chamberlain. And just while this loads in, let's just have a little dance. Here we go. Right, so Kobzev picked up into Kralik. Kralik down the line to Chamberlain. Lovely little 1-2 a Jurasek. And that from range was the goal of the season. I'm pretty sure we've probably scored better than that, but you know, the computer judges things a bit strangely. Finances wise, So our reputation is still national, hasn't changed over the past season, which is annoying. At the moment, there's no new sponsorships, but this is all a bit early for Slovenia because you actually get announced of your new sponsorships a bit later on. But yes, we did bring in a bit more money through sponsorship, less money through broadcasting, which is a little bit annoying. I'm not too sure why there's such a drop-off, according that we got to the same point of the competitions, so a little bit annoying. Corporate and hospitality basically stayed the same. Competition prize money, just 3 million less, which isn't that much. But match day, commercial and retail value went up. We sold quite a number of shirts, 4,822 shirts sold, with the most popular being Musalowski, Zahovic, Brest, Daniel and Oxlade-Chamberlain. So there you go. Our most used lineup: Zavrel in goal, Matos Lietti, Navratil Bracalo, Luisel Fernandez, Musalowski, Utara, Brest and Daniel in a 4-2-3-1 wide. Yeah, it's been... The problem is, isn't it, is that the league just is so easy. It's so easy. Our work and effort have been paid off on the pitch. Such feat didn't go unrewarded. End of season. We got the First League Manager of the Year. We've also won that 3 out of the 4 seasons we've been here. Diego Lietti got Player of the Season. Musalowski got Young Player of the Season. Zinchenko got Signing of the Season. Alexandre Tim got Goal of the Season. Daniel was the top goal scorer with 43 goals in a season. Ridiculous. And Brahim Utara got 16 assists. And that is Daniel breaking the record. Competition-wise, First League top goal scorer, Luka Zahovic. How did he end as top goal scorer in the league? That can't be right. That must be from last season still, because that isn't right. First League Player of the Season was Diego Lietti, and the Youth Player of the Year was Simčić. So it's a complete clean sweep in those ones as well. And there you go. Superb season for Maribor as they claimed their 6th successive title to back up their pre-season credentials. Lovely stuff. Chamberlain hails us for an unbeaten season. We've got players inducted into the overall best 11. We don't need to go through any of this. Club Vision. Do not sign players over the age of 33. Play attacking football. Play entertaining football. Make the most of set pieces. Play possession football. Okay. Oh, possession football. Yeah, we can definitely add a bit of possession football in there. Win the league. Reach the 3rd qualifying round minimum. Spend the original transfer budget. I love that one that they're trying to get me to spend money. But yes, we will just accept that vision. Yeah, happy with that. Right, next year we're gonna win the league. It's been a great season. Go away, fully rested, come back, do it all again next season. Outstretched arms, exactly the response I wanted. It's going to be a lot of hard work and effort to become champions, but I know we've got what it takes. Oxlade-Chamberlain sticking up for me there. We performed above expectation this season. We were supposed to reach the knockout stage of the Champions League next season. After a good showing last year, I'll be aiming to reach the Champions League competition proper. We put on a good show last season, so I'll be expecting to give a good account of ourselves. I'm going to go with that. Let's get to the competition. Yeah, everyone's happy with that. Good, exactly the sort of reaction I was after. And I will discuss promises with you next season. I'm not sure where we will stand now. I had expected some clear promises to be made. Nah, go on holiday, don't worry about it. Normally they just want you to say, oh, we're not going to change the squad, or I'm not going to get in your way to letting you go and things like that, but what can you do? So Musalowski is a weird one now because he's selling our most shirts, which is quite a big income, but if we get a nice bid, I might sell him. Thomas Ilicic, wanted by Inter Milan. Now, this guy is clearly going to be quite good, so we will offer him a new contract. You can be a squad player, and that is all you're going to be. Oh, okay, you want to be a regular starter the season after. Well, we'll just tell you that, and we'll see how it goes. Yep, you didn't want a minimum fee release clause, so delighted to keep you around. That is it, really. Next thing is to go through the squad. We've been bledding in a few of the youngsters. If we just have a look at the final fixtures, obviously loads of green on there. If we go through the squad, you'll see there's a few. So here, Thomas Ilicic, Sasan Koller, Kralik got a few more games. Simčić came in. We started bringing in a lot of these youngsters to try and get them runouts to help us out next season in case we can't bring in the big guns that we need. I've read a lot of your comments. I've gone through a lot of it. And I think you're right. I think we need to try and bring in just 2 or 3 elite players that are going to take us to that next level, because, yeah, it's just difficult. I feel like we need to have a big clear out of the squad, and that might be releasing players on a free as well. If we just get rid of this, you can see this is our first team squad, including those out on loan. It's huge, absolutely massive. So I think there's going to be a number of outs. I think there's going to be a bit of a clear out. I think we're going to have a very young squad for next season, and hopefully we can just balance that out with a couple of older statesmen to come in, and we are going to be going back to using the player search function, and I've been scouting it to see if there's anybody sort of with a contract expiring, but the tough bit is then we're still not a big enough name to attract like really, 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 really good players. Because the other thing I want to do is try and pick up people cheap that are on like maybe transfer listed who don't want to be at a club anymore. I mean, Joel Linton's at the top of our list, which is always worrying. It's always worrying. Bertrand Traoré would be a great one to pick up, but yeah, he's going to cost us a bomb, and we can't afford those sorts of wages. You know, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, he's a good player, but he's English, so he's going to count towards a foreign cap. We've got Ajeti, who would be a good player, but he's no better than Daniel, so what's the point in bringing him in? And it's like, I've got to get that balance right of finding the right players that aren't going to hinder the youth players and the younger players that are already in our starting 11. Like, do we get a new goalkeeper in to replace Zavrel, even though he has actually had a very, very good season? Like, even in the Champions League, where do we go? If we go Continental, a 7.25 in the Champions League, 20 conceded in 14. Okay, it's not the best, but playing Liverpool and Bayern, I just feel like we stick with him and we give him a chance, and we only look to replace if we sell him. And this is the issue we've got at the moment, is so many of these young players are looking good. It's just, I don't want to sign people to get in their way. And that's always going to be the trouble with this. I think players like Timmy Elsnick look to move him on, even if we take a massive loss. Masalowski might move on because we've got Kralik, who's come in and is just on fire when he's played this year. 11 assists and 7 goals, 18 goal contributions in 30 games in his debut season is just insane. So yeah, it's going to be a very interesting summer window. I'm intrigued to know what you guys think in the comments below. I always do read the comments. I always like and try to reply if I think there's a statement in a comment that needs a reply. But yes, it's an interesting scenario that we're in now. It's a very interesting scenario, and yeah, I think it starts with a bit of a clear out from the squad. You can see people like Kotnik, youngsters that I don't think are going to make it. I just haven't even bothered trying to renew their contract. Horvat would be good, but by 19, I need to see these technicals being better, because you compare him to Krupa, who's 20, and Krupa's just that little bit better. Look at Simčić, 19 years old. His technicals aren't brilliant, but I'm picking defensive centre-backs. Who else have we got here? Let's have a look. Kralik is 18. This is what we want. We want people like this. We're just trying to work on his personality. He is in a tutoring group, so hopefully we can get that to balanced, because Mercenary is not good. He's wanted by Watford already, but he's got a long time, I think, left on his contract. He's got 2 years left on his contract, so yeah, we don't have to worry too much about that. Luca is still knocking around, still doing a cracking job. LZ90, 30 years old now. He's been very good. He just consistently scores goals in Slovenia. It's very nice to see. But yeah, let me know down below what you think we should do with the squad. It's going to be a very interesting summer transfer window to see what happens. I'm hoping for a clear out. I think I said that last year and it didn't really happen. And in fact, let's look at last year's transfer history, because that's the other thing. We've got quite a lot of things happening already. So, I mean, they're all out. He's going to Radomils, he's going to Sels, he's going to Veska, he's going to Tabor Susanna, and he's going to Mura. So there is a bit of a clear out happening already, but it's more the youngsters that aren't going to make it. And Ivan Morante, who, you know, we bought him for 150k and he's going for 210k. So it's a slight profit. It's like he's going back to Spain, which I think is what he wanted. But if we just have a quick look at last season then. So, in fact, no, actually, we want this season, don't we? This is what we want. So we didn't really bring many in, and we did get rid of quite a few. So I guess we did have a clear out. I guess we did have a bit of a clear out, but a lot of these are loans, and we need to start turning these loan players out into permanent transfers, because they're really not going to ever play for us. I can't believe Juventus paid 10 million for him. He's been playing for Juventus under 23s quite regularly. He's going to be a very good player, isn't he? He's going to be a very, very good player. We're going to keep our eye on him, Faisal Metsuin, just to see how he goes. How did Isco get on for the rest of the season? Did he rip it up in Qatar? Yeah, he had a pretty good season, didn't he? Had a pretty good season. 160k for someone who got on a free. I think that's an absolute bargain. Right, we are going to leave it there. Let me know in the comments what you think we should do about the squad. Who should we look to sell? Do we have a big clear out? Who do we look to try and get in? What positions? And things like that. But thank you so much for watching. It's been absolutely brilliant. And yeah, I'm loving the fact that the Maribor save is still going, and it's proving a challenge. It's proving a challenge. I swear last time when we did this, at this point we were consistently getting to the latter stages of the Champions League, and it was just that breakthrough to get to the final stages. But yeah, this time it's proving a bit more of a challenge as our best players keep getting pinched, and we can't quite bring in the elite players to replace them. But here we go. Thank you so much for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure. But for now, I'm out. Cheers.